Hello everybody, Stephen Rogers Lim here. Welcome back to my channel and video. So this will be a review video for this 1/6 scale toy figure by Hot Toys. So this is the droid which appeared in The Mandalorian Season 2 and mostly appeared in the last episode of Season 2. So this is Droid Dark Trooper from Star Wars, which kidnapped Grogu, attacked the Mandalorian himself, or even Luke. So is created, if I'm not wrong, or is the subordinates or droids belonging to Moff Gideon. So this is a beautiful piece here. Now I really recommend everybody to get this figure so you can see that of course it's beautiful, it's nice to go along with many of your displays as the characters I just mentioned. Grogu, Mando himself, Moff Gideon definitely will go beautifully great with Luke Skywalker himself. So personally, right, I bought 4 pieces of this. Actually, I only wanted to get 2, but then I realized 2 is not enough, 3 is not enough. 4, alright, I think I better stop at 4. Otherwise, I mean, this beautiful, detailed, luxury kind of toy figures by Hot Toys, they don't come cheap. So especially when it comes to droids, or battle droids, or this Dark Trooper, or even troopers like stormtroopers and my favorite clone troopers, I think 1 is definitely not enough. 2 or more would make the display look nicer. After all, these are worth army building kind of toy figures. That's why I got 4 of this, and I think the prices here in Singapore, they are still going at below retail price or at pre-order price, so the prices of this are still not too high. So I suggest if anybody wants to get this figure, right, I think you should go get it. I mean, Hot Toys, right, after a while it gets more and more rare out there in the market, in the secondary market, so prices will increase. So I really no regrets getting 4 of this. So I got them as cheap as possible already at the pre-order price. So I really want to get them early. So I made an early decision to get 4 pieces of this when they were still under pre-order. So I think these are really some of the pointers, the things I really want to talk about when I was planning to do this review video. Alright, so as you can see, everybody in front of you, these are the 4 unboxes of all the 4 pieces of Dark Troopers that I bought. So I think the unboxes look as beautiful together as when you place the figures side by side. So really can't wait to unbox all 4 and display them. Now, I think in this review video, I really wanted to mention that. Oh yeah, by the way, before I go into that, right? Yeah, as you can see, I'm doing this video like the past few videos. This is under natural light, daylight, under natural sunlight. So hopefully, the visual, the video experience would be more pleasant under natural light. So as I was saying, right? Some collectors I really respect, like they have their own decision-making ideas, their so-called own policy. So this Singaporean collector, I think you know who you are. He has this policy of 1 of each is more than enough. I mean, Hot Toys are not cheap. So some collectors really go into army building like myself, as I mentioned, whether it's droids or troopers or clone troopers, I think I really need at least 2 or more to make the display look great. So I think really no judgment here, no hate here, no disrespect here. So everybody have their own style, their own preference in collecting, in displaying, in playing with their toys, in posing their toys. So for me personally, right, I got 4 of these. I really like this Dark Trooper. You'd be surprised how many clone troopers I have on pre-order. So I mean, I really love Star Wars as well. So every time there are characters that can be army builds, I will build them. Maybe that's why Hot Toys keep coming up with droids and troopers as well, knowing that people like myself, die-hard fans, hardcore fans, would buy definitely more than 1 of these figures, so that Hot Toys can earn their monies, their profits, get their revenues in. So I really like some collectors, you know what they mention, you know, do what you like, what fill your boots, you know, what's really your preference, you know, what your focus on this toy figure hobby collection is on, you know, what you really want to achieve in your Hot Toys collection. So for myself, just wanted to use this part of the video to mention, I think it's okay if you want to buy just 1 or buy 20 or even 100 of a particular figure there, provided Hot Toys can actually meet your quota on the pre-orders you have put down. 100 is really a lot actually. I think the extreme most I've seen is like 10s, maybe 20, 30s of a particular figure. But anyway, so just really want to get this out through this video, through this particular figure, since I bought 4 of this. I think there are many collectors out there who buy many of each figure as well. I mean, as long as you can afford and continue to support or pay for your bills and your family and people you need to support in your life, I think that's fine. Alright, that's that. Finally got this part through, so let's really get down to the details, the technical aspect, the parts, the figure stand, head sculpt for this figure. Alright people, let's look at the figure in detail together with its parts. Actually, if you look at it, right, in general, it's quite a simple figure with quite few accessories. As compared to other figures which has a lot more accessories, like whether it's clone troopers or what I can think of is Captain America or Iron Man and War Machine. So this figure is really much simpler, or even Mando himself with many accessories. So this figure comes, I mean, this is one of the figures that comes as simply or simplest as it comes. So this is really what I like about the figure. So just the guns, the extra hands, and the figure itself, as you can see, so really quite standard. Batteries here provided by Hot Toys. Now I really love these hands or these wrists. So at first I thought they were articulated, as you can see here, but they are just really detailed droid hands for the Dark Trooper. And I'm telling you, I really love these hands here. You can look at the detail, the paint app, the paint job. The details given to it are really clear and precise. So these are really beautiful hands here, if you ask me, for the Dark Trooper. Hot Toys really did a great job with this. So these are 4 extra wrists here that is provided in this toy on top of the 2 that are already default on the figure itself. So even this on the figure, right, they are non-articulated, but of course there's this one that will allow you to hold the figure to hold the rifle or the blaster. This is more of open arm, so these are more the closed fist kind of wrist, and the tool that is here. Alright, next I want to talk about the blaster or the rifle. And interestingly, even in the instructions, it doesn't say whether it's a blaster or rifle, or even a blaster rifle. It just says weapon. So this is how the weapon looks. I think I'll just call it a blaster. It really is like a blaster. And it's beautiful. Look at the weathering. So it's not just plain black, there's weathering, silver or grey color, whichever you call it. So this is a beautiful weapon. So from what I know from the instructions as well, so this is the only part you can remove. Now, only after if you remove the magazine here, then can you actually place the rifle here. So it's magnetic. Let's do it like this. Yep. So it gets stuck here quite easily. So it gets attracted to the figure on this side. So that's how you hoist the rifle if you want it in this position. So this is how the Dark Trooper figure will look like with its weapon on. Alright, next I definitely will talk about the figure now. So in case you're wondering where the battery is supposed to go, so it's supposed to be one part is here, the helmet. I think it lights up the eyes. So talking about the eyes, right, I think if you don't put in the battery, it's really dark, really cannot see. It's red, bright, glaring eyes. So that is something that I think is not that good, because you need to put in the batteries. I think batteries are a bit more troublesome and difficult. So I mean, definitely if you put in the batteries, the lighted effect of the eyes of the head sculpt would be beautiful. So the batteries can also go here, behind this part, right? So I think all the information is there in the instructions. So if you want to refer to the instructions, a sheet or manual, you can always look back to my unboxing video. I always feature every single page of the instructions that is given by Hot Toys or included together with the figure. Alright, so just want to quickly say also, the chest part can be light up, so that's where the battery compartment is here at the back is for. Now, I really love this figure a lot, even though we can feel that it is not die cast, but it is very durable plastic. You can feel it's very hard, heavy. You know, it almost feels like an Iron Man. Probably the plastic kind, but I never collected so early when Hot Toys first established itself, so I never knew how the plastic Iron Man felt or looked like. But I have a feeling this is like a plastic Iron Man. So this is definitely not die cast, but I think, as mentioned, I think that the quality is excellent. Look at the glossy surface of the Dark Trooper. I think it's excellent, beautiful. Just to let you all know as well, actually the figure can be separated into two, so this part can be removed as indicated in the instructions. And I really like the articulation of the figure as well. I think it's really good. I'm not going to do it here because I haven't decided how I want to pose my figure yet. To me, every articulation is precious. Alright, so I don't really want to use it here, but if you look at the instructions, right, the articulation is quite good. And there's good articulation here, the hips, upper leg area, the elbows, the wrist here, the shoulder, the head, the knees, the ankles. So I mean, you just look at the connecting parts yourself. The articulation is wonderful, is perfect, is complete. So I really love this figure a lot. I'm really glad that I bought 4. So I think if anybody wants to army build with this figure, I think it's not too late yet. Alright, now the last part I want to talk about. This toy or this figure is really bad. I don't like this kind of stand. So this is the display stand for the Dark Trooper, so Star Wars Dark Trooper. So I think this is trying to resemble the ship Moff Gideon's light cruiser, the surface, you know. 2022 by Hot Toys, all rights reserved. So let's take a quick all-around look at this base. So this is the stand, underhook kind of stand. Oh yes, I'm quite surprised that it's not a dynamic stand which is provided, because the Dark Trooper does fly, it can fly. So I want everybody to take a close look at this. This is bad. I never knew how to fix this, alright, properly. So this is the center part, right? And then there are 2 hooks at the side. So you're supposed to insert it in. Alright, insert it in. I hope you can see this. And then hook it in by the sides. I can never do this properly. I tried just now off camera many times, but it just doesn't fix in nicely or perfectly. And I don't want to use too much force, lest I break, whether it's this part of the base or this part of the display stand. I'm scared that I will break these parts here. So I don't really like this kind of stand. So I think I encountered this before, but I cannot remember exactly now in which figures. So this is really a bad point for me, but otherwise, beautiful figure here. I really love this Dark Trooper. I'm glad I ordered 4. Maybe I should have ordered more. No, then I will be scolded and killed by my family. The Dark Trooper, people. The Dark Trooper. Star Wars 1/6 scale by Hot Toys. Alright people, I have come to the end of my review video. Thank you so much for joining me. I think I have, or staying with me. Thank you so much for joining me and staying with me. I think I've already mentioned and spoken about everything that I wanted to talk about in this video, in this review video regarding this figure. So I will not talk anymore lest it appears too long-winded, too wordy or mouthful, whichever you call it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been Steven Rogers Lim here. My next video will definitely be a comparison video for this Dark Trooper. I'll definitely compare it with Moff Gideon, Mando himself and Grogu. So I hope to catch everyone as usual there and then at my next video. This has been Steven Rogers Lim here. Take care, goodbye, and as always people, don't stop collecting. See you, take care, bye bye.